بسم الله الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is a short address to the Muslims, especially the youth, because nowadays unfortunately the youth have lost track. They have forgotten their purpose in life. It seems like it has come upon us a time where the youth, they think they're able to do whatever they want. They think there is no one watching over them. They think there is no purpose to their life apart to enjoy themselves and live a life of luxury and then pass away, and there's no end consequences at all. Rather, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says numerous times, warns us in the Quran, that do you think that I have created you with no purpose? أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَبَثًا. He says that do you think that you have been created with no purpose and that you will not return back to us? Furthermore, Allah the Almighty says that every single thing you do, you will be accounted for. فَوَرَبِّكَ لَا نَسْأَلَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ أَمَّا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. By your Lord, O Muhammad, every single action that you do, you will be accounted for. So my dear Muslims, especially the youth, it goes to show that do not think that we will not be accounted for. Rather, even an atom weight of good deed we do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see that we will be accounted for. An atom weight of bad deed that we do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will account us for that as well. So with that in mind, there's a festival coming up, an annual festival. Corruption, evil, it's the place of the shaitan. The devils gather there and they propagate their fahisha there. All the corruption you can think of, fornication, sexual promiscuity, drugs, alcohol, music, all of this takes place in this festival called the Carnival. It's the Luton Carnival and the Bank Holiday Monday, where it's holidays, the schools are off, the work is off, the offices are closed, people get together under the name of freedom of expression, freedom of speech, under the name of getting together, social gathering. All of this, they start doing corruption. The Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith, beautiful, he said, يُؤْشَرُ الْمَرْءُ مَعَ مَنْ يُحِبُّ, meaning you will be, a person will be raised with the people he loves. On the day of judgment, if you are gathering with a set of people who are up to no good and you love them, this is the people you will be raised with. Now think about it, my dear youth. Do you love a certain people that do not love Allah and His Messenger? Do you love a certain people that they are far away from the Sahaba Ajma'in? If you do so and they do completely opposite to what the Sahabas used to do and the Messenger Muhammad ﷺ used to do, you will be raised with these people. Furthermore, the Messenger Muhammad ﷺ says, you will die the way you live and you will be resurrected the way you died. So now imagine going into this place of carnival where there's corruption taking place, music, drugs, alcohol, where the families are getting together, free mixing taking place, and you are enjoying yourself in that situation. If you were to die in that situation, you will be raised with them. Imagine in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Yawm al-Qiyamah, when there will be no one else to save you. Your friends will run away, your family members will run away, your own parents that you love, they will run away from you, and you are in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah says, أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا. Do you think that we created you with no purpose whatsoever? And did you think you will not return back to us? What are you going to say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time? Furthermore, Allah the Almighty warns us numerous times, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, save yourself and your family from the fire of hell. Ku anfusikum ahlikum nara. Save yourself and the family from fire of hell. Unfortunately today, it is the family, it is the parents that encourage the children to go to festivals such as that, corruption such as that, and do engage in free mixing. What makes you think when they grow up, when they reach the age of puberty, or even if they go beyond that, when they go to the age of teen, when they reach the teenage youth, what do you think at that time that youth will give you the right of the parents? It will never happen, because when he was young, you never give us his right. You never taught him about Islam. So when he's grown up, he sees all of this corruption. What makes you think that when you're old, he will serve you, he will look after you, he will talk about Islam? He will never do that, because you never fulfilled his right. You never told it to stay away from this kind of corruption. If we look at the stories from the Quran, the Ashab al-Kahf, the people of the cave, what happened? At that time, the people gathered, the king, they used to have a festival, annual festival, and the shirk used to take place, kufr used to take place, the corruption used to take place at that time. And a set of youth, no different than us, set of youth, they realized that this is not what Allah it ordered them to do. Rather, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says again in the Quran, in Surah Baqarah, ayah 208, it says, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أُدْخُلُوا فِي السِّلْمِ كَافَّةً وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطَوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. O you who believe, enter into Islam perfectly, and do not enter half-heartedly. Enter into Islam perfectly. And furthermore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues and He says that do not follow the footsteps of the shaitan, because he is a plain enemy to you. And places like that is a place of shaitan. Shaitan would want you to go there. Shaitan would need you to go there. Shaitan begs you to go there. And you and I, we fall into the trap. We send our children. We ourselves, we go out on a day trip. We think it's such an enjoyable place, amusement. We go there and we enjoy ourselves. My dear Muslims, take a warning, take a heed from what Allah and His Messenger says regarding places like that, because you will never be prosperous if you go into these places, and especially if you were to die in places like that. You will never smell Jannah at all, because you will be resurrected with these people. And when you're resurrected with the set of people who are on kufr and shirk and bid'ah and nifaq, what makes you think that you will see Jannah? You will even smell the fragrances of Jannah. So it is not something that we think, yeah, let us go a bit old, maybe then we will start to practice the Islam. Oh youth, do not think that you will reach that age at all, because tomorrow you could die. Even in the corruption, while the music is taking place, you could die. And let me relate to you a story. Only a few years ago, there was a set of youth. They were in the car, they hired a car, and they had the loud music on. And they were listening to the loud music, and then bang, accident took place. One of them was rushed to the hospital, and whilst his friends were saying, say the shahada, say la ilaha illallah, say the kalimatul la ilaha illallah, what do you think he said? At that time he turned around and he was nodding his head to the music. Mini, 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 mini. That's what he was saying. It might be a joke, my dear brothers, but that reality, this is what he was saying. Because you will die the way you live, and you will be resurrected the way you die. And this is what happened to this youth. He was too engaged in the music. Hence, at the last moment when he was said about say the shahada, he was still uttering mini, 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 mini. He was still uttering the rap music. He was still going on about the music that he used to listen to. So take this heed, take this warning. Be careful where you go. Stay away from corruption. Listen to what Islam has to say, and stay away from these places. Wa sallallahu sayyidina Muhammad.
لله در الصابرين نعم الأخي ولا تهن أبدا وعزمك لا يلين
الصبر نور ويقين
لله در الصابرين نعم الأخي ولا تهن أبدا وعزمك لا يلين
قدر من الله مضى فابسم إذا حل القضاء لن يضيق بك الفضاء فالله مولاك